Can you talk about depression? How do you diagnose somebody with depression? And then what are some of the like warning signs of it? And then like how do we ultimately start to get out of depression?
Hmm. So depression is kind of the other side of the coin with unable to cope or overwhelmed and unable to cope. So one thing that your nervous system can do is go into hyper arousal, which is anxiety, which is overthinking. You can't sleep. You're amped up. But another thing, sometimes your body does the opposite, which is it slows down. You feel lethargic. You feel depressed. You feel hopeless. You feel like you don't have the energy to do important things in your life, even though you want to do them. Like simple things become hard. The things you love to do, you're like they don't, what used to kind of get you out of a mood can't get you out of a mood. And so think the opposite of anxiety, which is everything kind of slows down. And so that's why you start to feel depressed and hopeless and powerless and heavy. But it's the same thing. It's your system saying, "Hey, we're overwhelmed. It's overwhelmed." So in the same way, whereas with anxiety, you want to kind of help calm your system. With depression, you kind of want to help activate your system in a healthy way, right? So some really simple things you can try doing initially is go out in nature, go for a walk, make sure you're exercising, get someone to go walk with you if you have to. Why? Because I'm helping that body kind of like um, not deal not deal with stress by coping by checking out. So you're helping kind of bring it back to life. And as far as medicine and all that stuff, for me, it's really about how long have you been dealing with this?
Mm.
Has this, how long have you been dealing with this? If this is like situational, okay, let's do some therapy. Let's talk this through. Let's see what's happening with your thoughts and behaviors and change, give you some skills. But honestly, like sometimes people come to me and I'm like, oof, like you have been dealing with this for a long time. And by God's grace, and probably the fact that you're gifted and intelligent and you don't give up, you have powered through this. And so it's kind of like the battery on your phone. Like we're using up all of that power. And I don't know how much you have left. So I am not going to mess with that. Like, let's help your body. There's other ways to help your body, and let's use that power that's left in your battery to keep you going. And so maybe at that point medication could be helpful to just help your brain and nervous system kind of recalibrate, because
Yeah.
reality is everything we do affects our body over time. And so there's no shame in like there wouldn't be in anything else if your body needed it, right? Plus, going to the doctor is great because you may discover I have the same issue with vitamin D. I take 70,000 a week for the rest of my life. The doctor was like, "Yeah, tapering off for you doesn't work." And I know when I've missed it because I look like someone with major depression. Absolutely. And I found this little I call it my magic little vitamin D. Like, who would have thought? So, nutrition is important, diet is important, getting out in the sun is important. Um, you can't burn the candle at both ends and expect to thrive. So I know your audience. They're really capable people who are probably entrepreneurs and business owners and go after it. But you have your limits and you can't burn the candle at both ends. So knowing what your limits are. But if you do suspect like, ooh, I think like this could be more than just a season or a mood, you don't need to don't worry about diagnosing it. Just reach out, maybe ask your friends who will be honest with you. One of my new clients the other day was like, a really good mentor of mine said to me the other day, "You don't seem happy." And
Mm.
it's been like a long time. And she was like, "Really? Really?" Like she was like you. She just powered through. And so talk to the people who know you the best. And if they go, "Yeah, like you've been really powering through this," then just go get some help. And you don't have to have it all figured out.